What's up YouTube? Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to be doing a couple more upgrades to the KX125. I have Cycra handlebar clamp mount brush guards. Pretty fancy part. I've also got some fork shields for the forks to keep it so that if rocks hit them they don't scratch up the, I believe they're called fork stanchions, I want to say is what they're called, and ruin the fork seals when the fork will compress. If there's any kind of scratches or dings in the metal, it can damage the fork seals over time. I also got Renthal Aramid Grip Tech grips for the grips. I'll also be showing you how to install brush guards and make it so that the end where it goes into the handlebar does not interfere with your grip, because on the DR350 when I installed the cheap brush guards I had on that, I would pull the grip back and it would want to hang up and get kind of sticky. You don't want that. You never want that. So come with me and let's keep upgrading this KX125 until it's a total woods bike weapon. Let's go. So here's some of the parts we have today. These are those Cycra handlebar clamp mount brush guards. These are the guards themselves. These pieces that attach to the handlebars are made of a single piece of billet aluminum. We've got some hardware here, the grips. Now let's quit looking at them and get them installed. We'll go ahead and get started by installing these brush guards. Step one of that's going to be loosening up these handlebars and removing the upper portion of this handlebar clamp. These ultra bend guards are really something. They're not like your typical type of brush guard where they just tie into the outside edge of the grips and then onto a little mount on the handlebars. These actually replace this upper portion of the handlebar clamp mount. That's why I'm taking it off now. Now with the clamp mount all removed, I can give it a quick wipe down with some brake cleaner just to get rid of all this old grease and dirt and grime that's got in there over the years. This bike came with a really nice Renthal aluminum triple clamp on it. And luckily these new Cycra parts just bolt right up to it. I guess it's pretty universal. You can see here how that handlebar clamp mount system works. It just replaces the upper portion of the clamp mount and gives you a little arm to hook up the front end of that brush guard to. Pretty cool. Go ahead and get these bars positioned back up where I had them before, or at least at a comfortable spot, and tighten them back down. Always tighten things like this in an X pattern so that you make sure one side's not tighter than the other. If it's clamping down and you tighten one side all the way, it'll still be loose. You'll hit bumps and it'll shake free. Same thing with clutch levers, brake levers, anything like that. Here I'm removing this grip by just twisting it. I like these pillow top grips. I had them on the DR350 when I first bought it, but I wanted to try out these Aramid Grip Tech grips I got from Cycle Gear. They're the priciest ones in the store. I wanted to see if they're worth their value. Spoiler alert, this video I'm recording this voiceover about a week after I recorded this. I've ridden with them a few times. I think they are. They perform great. They feel really good, nice and sticky. Pretty durable too, at least so far. It's only been a week or so. To make sure that your grips don't slip around, you want to install a little bit, well, I should say apply a little bit of grip glue just around the opening of the grip and then a quick line across the handlebar. This is just contact cleaner. I think brake cleaner can do the same thing, but I'd be careful because brake cleaner can erode rubber compounds. Twisting it on here now so that that strip of grip glue going across the handlebar can evenly coat the entire inside of the grip. Get it pointed how I like it, everything all straight as I can get it, and then just let that grip glue set up. You'll notice here a stickiness in the throttle when I go to pull it right here. That's because the grip is touching the edge of the handlebar. I'll address that here in a second. If you're installing bark busters, you kind of have to encounter that a little bit. But luckily I have a fix, so stay tuned. So as you can see, what I've done here is I've actually taken the end of the throttle tube and I've trimmed it. You can actually see this plastic part right here on the inside. That is the throttle tube. And the reason you're going to want to do that is because if you don't trim this back some, it'll interfere with this side mount of the brush guard, and it'll make it so that when you go to release your throttle, it hangs up instead of snapping back like that. So just a tip. All you got to do is take a razor knife and cut around that, and it's perfect. It will leave you with a slightly shorter grip length on one side than the other. As you can see on this side, it's the grip is a full size, full length, because there's no throttle tube in there. But that doesn't really bother me, and it's a lot better than having it hang up. So it's really personal preference, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't just trim it. Here's our fork guards ordered from UFOPlast online. To get started with the install, we'll go ahead and take off the old brake line clip here off of this front fork. Wipe it down. As always, every time I take anything off this bike, I try to clean it up. It's an old bike, but it can always be cleaner. These fork guards came with a bolt and a nut, but there was nowhere for the nut to go inside of the fork guard, and I didn't want it to be hanging out, so I heated it up with a torch and went ahead and melted it into the fork clamp so it would be set in. Worked out pretty good. That gross yellow stuff you see in there, it was a nylock nut before, and now the nylon's melted out of it, but I don't think these are going to back out. Finished up the install on the fork guards and freshened up the front suspension with this beautiful new bolt kit from Built. It's crazy how much of a difference just brand new hardware makes on a bike. I mean, this thing, the front end of this looks brand new now. Up close, far away, looks great. And hopefully these fork guards can keep me from having to rebuild my forks or change fork seals anytime soon. Well, people, that's about it for today. Thanks for sticking around. Kind of a shorter video than last time. Well, I don't know. I'm filming this part before I've edited it. But this bike is kind of slowly but surely coming together, shaping up how I want it to be. The next video, if it all works out, will be a very special mod. I think the only one of its kind in the world on this particular bike, at least. And I've seen no other videos on YouTube of people doing what I'm going to attempt to do. So hopefully it works out. If not, then I'll throw the bike in a volcano and quit YouTube. So thanks for watching my videos. And as always, go ride right now. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, and leave a comment because I'll read them all. Okay, go ride right now. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. We're going to be adding bark busters. We got the, what are they called? Cycra handlebar clamp mount, HCM. Very fancy handlebar for the grips, like brush guards. We got the Cycra handlebar clamp mount. It's a mouthful. HCM guards for the